has criticized the Nigerian Port Authority (NPA) for its decision to shift operational focus from Lagos Port to the Warri Port complex, a move the authority says is aimed at reducing congestion at the Apapa Can Island and also in every way helping to improve the economy of the country. Recently, the NPA operational data showed improved efficiency and also cargo handling at the revitalized Warri and Koko Ports, suggesting that the shifting already is yielding positive results. But recently, the development seems not to go well with the Lagos State government because the Senior Special Assistant to the Lagos State Governor on Transportation and Logistics, Mr. Adekoya Hassan, argued that the problem lies not in Lagos Port themselves, but in the long-standing policy flaws within the NPA. If you recall, the Nigerian Port Authority had announced plans to fully revive the Delta Port as part of a broader strategy to boost Nigerian economy and decongest Lagos Port. Speaking during a 4-day walking tour of the Delta Port, the chairman of the NPA board, Senator Adebayo Adeyeye, stated that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was committed to revitalizing the Nigerian port infrastructure to generate employment and support economic growth. But the big question is, why is the Lagos State government kicking against this move, and what huge benefit will be the revitalization and use of the Warri Port mean, not just for Deltans, but for Nigerians as a whole? Well, this and more as it concerns the recent move by the NPA to revitalize and totally, in every way, commence the use of the Warri Port is what this edition of Dialogue is all centered on. And that is, we're talking about the decongestion of the Apapa Lagos Port and a reopening of the Warri Port and that of the Koko Port. That's what we're having as a major discourse today on the show. We're talking about that plan already, a plan that seems to have started by the Nigerian Port Authority to in every way see how they can decongest the Lagos Port and in every way revitalize the Warri Port. What benefits would that mean, and why is a great outcry coming from Lagos State? But anyway, we're not going there, but rather here, and we'll be dealing with the issue because we have a lovely guest in the house, another sick man, and somebody that's close. The NPA seems to be really close in heart in what needs to be done. And I'm talking of no other person but Chief Olori Magege. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning, Mike. Good morning, viewers and listeners.
Well, anyway, I would rather want us to start with the cry coming out from the Lagos State government. And, well, the cry seems to be that they feel that the issue is not the decongested Apapa Can Island port, but rather, like I'd rather use the words of no other person, but the special advisor to the Lagos State Governor on transportation and also the issue of the economy. And what he said, the problem is not the congestion of the Apapa Port, but rather an entrenched institutional practice within the NPA and its flawed policies. And my question to you, I know they are crying blue murder on account of this. Is the cry genuine, or do you feel that the problem really is that of the NPA rather than their policies? Or do you feel he's just crying because he feels the attention is now being shifted from Lagos now down to the Warri Port?
It is to be expected. If someone refuses to cry, that would be abnormal. You see, 60% of the revenue of the NPA, revenue of about 800 billion naira annually. Yeah. 60% of that comes from Lagos. And that means, again, that there is a higher number of employees of NPA in Lagos. That also means that VAT, value-added tax of Lagos, is boosted by that revenue. And therefore, if it is removed, the revenue going to Lagos will decline. So generally, it is a decline in the economic activities of Lagos to the extent of efficiency. Because the Lagos port is not efficient.
Okay. As it stands.
As it stands now. So, but for the entire Nigeria, for the country economy, inefficiency brings down economy.
Of course, it does.
So for us in Delta, to us, where Warri Port is so much, particularly in Warri, particularly to me, I mean, I'm personally interested in this matter because I spent my adolescent years in NPA, Warri. All the 5 years of my stay in Urobo College, I was living in NPA, that little place after the bridge. Weekends, I go there to work. Holidays, I go there to work. A lot of my friends learned their trade, be it electrician, plumber, whatever, in NPA. A lot of my friends were also playing football, for the NPA club in those days. So that place that is literally dead is being revived. If you can play music and start dancing. So let them cry. We are rejoicing here in Delta. And we must give credit to our governor, Sheriff Oberewori. Yeah. Because nothing happens in vacuum.
Of course.
He has been lobbying. He has made Warri a focal point for his policy. And he had made many statements pleading with the federal government to revive Warri Port and Koko Port. So what is happening now is an accolade to him. Okay. We must thank him for that. Okay. We must thank the president too for realizing that Nigeria is more than Lagos. Our maritime base must be expanded. There are a lot of things we are missing. The coast, the entire coast of Nigeria has resources that we've not tapped. It's not just oil, fish.
Yeah, blue economy.
Blue economy. And we have a commissioner in Delta State that blue economy is part of his functions. So opening Warri Port is more than good news to me. Okay. It's everything.
Okay. Now, I want us to still remain with the issue of the decongestion of the Apapa Port. And let's critically look at it. Now, and look at where it seems to be hurting us the most. Because with our own reliable data, we do know that the country loses about 600 billion naira in custom revenue from the Apapa Port. That's number one. And they lose about 2.5 trillion in corporate revenue annually from that very port. And not only that, Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote, came up last year to say he lost about 25 billion due to the congestion of that very port. Now, my question is, should Nigeria be losing on account of Lagos wanting to have a lovely blue economy? That's the question.
It should not be.
Because the cry seems to be loudest.
Yes.
We did not only hear the commissioner or the special advisor to the Lagos State governor crying out. We also heard the Lagos State governor coming last week to say, no, this is wrong and against Lagos. So let's understand. Can we lose on account of Lagos gaining it all the time?
No. The inefficiency, look, let's go down to figures.
Okay, let's go.
It takes more than 21 days for your cargo that you imported from China, from anywhere in the world, to be cleared at Lagos and Tinkan Island ports.
Okay.
The average across the world is 7 days.
Okay, which is a week.
In Singapore,
yes,
those who have mastered efficiency to the highest level is 6 hours.
Because how really vibrant their port.
Yes, 6 hours. Here in Cotonou, 7 days. Ghana, 8 days. Even South Africa, that is copying inefficiency from Nigeria, 12 days. Nigeria, 21 days. And that 21 days add a minimum of $2,000 to the cost of importer. One, demurrage. And from the second day, you are paying demurrage for your good that MPA is holding.
For you.
For you. You are not refusing to pay, you are not refusing to collect it. They are the one holding it, and they charge you demurrage. We have 32 government agencies in MPA, in the port, doing one thing or the other. There is the NAFDAC, there is the quarantine, and on and on and on and on. They are doing their job, agreed. But they could improve dramatically on that. Then, the most troublesome is the gridlock.
Yes, on that very road.
On that road. You've cleared your load. Takes about 7 days to 7 to 8 days or 10 days to process the papers. But to get the load, the cargo from the port, it takes 3 to 4 days for a vehicle, for the trailer that is shattered, to get from outside Apapa into Apapa. 7 days. Gridlock. People, businesses have left Apapa axis because it's just impossible to get there. And Lagos is crying wolf. Is it federal government that will build roads
for the government
to enhance movement in Apapa? It's not. Now, all these add up to the cost of operating, of importing goods through Apapa. In addition to that, because of the inefficiency at the Apapa Port, many of the goods imported into Nigeria are now being diverted to neighboring countries' ports, like Cotonou.
Yeah.
You remember when Obasanjo closed
the border?
The border. Republic of Benin granted to halt.
Yeah.
And the president of Republic of Benin had to rush down to beg Obasanjo. It's because Republic of Benin is sustained by the goods
coming from their
port into Nigeria. The same with Ghana. The same with Togo. Goods that ought to be cleared in Nigeria ought to come into our ports and bring money into Nigeria.
Are being diverted.
Are being diverted into other countries. All these are part of the problem affecting our economy.
Because there is so congested.
Very congested. Meanwhile, we have ports that are underutilized or not used at all in Nigeria. Warri Port, Koko Port, Calabar Port, Onne Port. So when Aliko Dangote said he lost so many billions because of the gridlock on the road, one can understand. You are also not adding the cost being lost by businesses that are unable to operate efficiently because of the gridlock over there. Then in addition, the transportation. Goods that are going, let me come back a bit. 80% of Nigerian cargoes go through Apapa and Tinkan Island.
Yeah.
Of that 80%, 60 to 70% are goods ordered by businessmen and women of Eastern region and South. Onitsha market is the largest market in Africa.
Yes.
And all their goods come from the port. They are not manufactured here in Nigeria. Now, transporting a 40-foot cargo
or
container from Lagos to Onitsha costs about $3,000. This includes the transport, the haulage itself, more than 200 checkpoints along the road where you are servicing the Nigerian security operatives, plus the risk. Because you are traveling a longer distance from Lagos to Port Harcourt. Here in Warri, from Warri to Port Harcourt, 3 hours, I mean, from Warri to Onitsha, 3 hours, 4 hours. It will cost you fraction of the money to move
it
from Lagos to Onitsha.
Okay.
So all these things add to the cost that you and I bear at home because of the inefficient use of Lagos port. So why not move it down here? Move it to Warri, move it to Koko, so that Lagos will still boom. It's not that it's not that NPA is closing Lagos. No.
Yes, yeah.
It's the inefficiency aspect of it that is moving out. It's like you are giving food, you've eaten, your stomach is bloated. You are still eating and then vomiting. And somebody said, no, you are full. Let somebody else eat. You say, no, I want to eat and be vomiting. Does that make any sense?
Well, anyway, that doesn't make sense. And there's something again that doesn't make sense to me. And that's where I'm now going to be forced to ask you this question. In our research, because dialogue we always go deep into analyzing issues, we found out that the first port in Nigeria was here in Delta State. A port that was created in 1472 by the Portuguese explorers.
Yes.
So the first port ever in Nigeria was right here in Delta State. But yes, over the years, NPA came on board, which you said you enjoyed during your period as a teenager. But the question is, why has Delta Port been relegated over the years to the background and highlighted Lagos Port to the level it is now, that is feeling that supremacy feeling that it has at the moment? So my question, was it a political move that degenerated Warri and increased Lagos, or was it more of an ethnic play that played out? Let's understand why Delta Warri Port was relegated, but Lagos thrived.
Well, it's all politics.
Politics, you say?
Yeah, politics. Tribal.
Ethnic came into it.
Ethnic. For various reasons, Lagos was the in place to be. And successive governors of Lagos State,
Yes.
they have continued to be very much interested in activities in the port.
Okay.
Don't forget, a lot of investment has been put into Lagos Port
Most
by
certainly.
the Lagos State government.
Government, yes.
Something our governments here have not shown interest in. This MPA road, for instance, this Warri MPA road was made by federal government long time ago. Yeah. And the road has degenerated considerably. Not much has been done to revive it.
Yes.
And then the politics of lobbying.
Okay.
The politics of lobbying has not been, until very recently, we have not been very good at lobbying. You remember we lost Shell. Shell moved away from Warri. NDDC had its headquarters in Port Harcourt. Yeah. Are you getting me? We lost it.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is this. We in Delta State must make diplomacy, internal diplomacy, a core ministry. We should not just be looking at today. We should be looking at tomorrow. Hence, I applauded our governor, Sheriff Oberegori, at the beginning. Because when he moved into APC, we were blaming him. This benefit now, this movement of the operations of MPA from Lagos
down to
Warri cannot be dissociated from the movement into APC. Cannot. Because when APC governor is talking with Bola Tinubu, Mr. President sees his brother, his son. But when an opposition governor comes, well, we're talking of patriotism. Hey,
Because he's the father of all.
he's the father of all, but then he has his beloved sons. So, this is the politics. Politics
It's all about lobbying
is about lobbying.
and interest.
And of course, an interest. And you don't go there to antagonize. You don't go there to antagonize. I think that is a major factor.
Okay.
But Lagos is also good at, when I say tribal, the chairman of MPA, the board and all that, whoever controls that place controls the trend of government. The trend of government. Federal government has always been interested in Lagos activities. Has always been interested. And the votes in Lagos State has also been very, very important.
Okay.
So, it's all politics.
Politics.
It's all politics. There is no reason at all for Warri Port to have degenerated. There's no single reason. If you say the waterways is shallow, you dredge.
Of course.
For every problem they list, there's a solution. And the solutions are not far-fetched. So there's no excuse for Warri Port to have degenerated. There's no reason.
Okay, now, in case you're watching us and you're just joining us, you've missed a great deal. We're talking about the decongestion of the Apapa Port and in every way the revitalization of the Warri Koko Ports being planned by the Nigerian port authorities, but already is getting some review, positive, and also some, well, outcry seems to be greeting that very decision of the NBA. But like I said, we're really looking at it. Should it not be done? The congestion of the Apapa Port and in every way, the revitalization and reuse of the Warri and the Koko Ports. Like I said, we still have no other person but Chief Olori Makege helping out with the discussion. But I'll also advise you, if you have more comments, reaction as it concerns this discussion, please go drop it on our different social media platforms. Sooner or later, we'll be taking them as they come and making you be more of an interactive section, always on dialogue. But anyway, let's come back to our questions. And because I'm also a bit elevated and happy that that decision seems to be coming at this critical junction of Delta State development. Because we do know that the plans are already on to revive the Warri and the Koko Ports, especially when we know the chairman of the MPA himself and some of his critical stakeholders and members paid a walking visit to the Warri Port just recently. And well, they highlighted a major problem or challenge that they feel needs to be done. And one of the biggest problems is the shallow drains of that Warri Port and the siltation of it, which I know, like the chairman said, they will definitely, he announced the establishment of a Delta channeling management company, similar to what is operating in Lagos to help desilt and indeed drench the port. Now, let's look at those challenges that are there already and see how we can navigate or walk around them. Now, for you, do you feel that's the first thing to do? The dredging of the Warri Port and also the sortation of it to make it more big so we can have bigger, larger vessels coming. Is it the first thing that needs to be done?
It is not only the first thing. It is the ongoing thing. It's not something you do and stop.
Okay.
It's a road.
Okay.
The waterways is the road through which the ships pass. The ships, more of the ship could be inside the water than you see up.
Yes.
Up.
Yes.
So, if and it floats, if it does not float, it cannot move.
Yes.
If it's grounded, the ship could capsize.
Most certainly.
So there must be sufficient amount of water below it. So when we talk about silting and desilting and all that, it is to enable the ship to float and move. Our listeners need to get that clearly.
Yes, okay.
And when you talk of siltation, the water, when the river is flowing, sand is a major component of the water.
Of course.
Of the flow of water.
Of course.
And as the water is flowing, sand is heavier than water. So the sand tends to settle down at the bottom of the river. And as it settles down at the bottom of the river becomes shallower. So that is why you need to dredge. Dredging is to remove the sand at the bottom constantly.
Because that's why he said there will be an establishment of a company which he announced as the Delta Channeling Management Company.
Yes.
That's what he called
That's the job of that company, to constantly be monitoring the road. The waterways. It's no more than different from the FEMA, the Federal Emergency,
do on our
roads. It's no different from that. That is very, very important. Otherwise, ships cannot pass. And if ships cannot pass, then what's the purpose of the port?
Okay.
So it's a part of the maintenance of the waterways. Constant desilting. Since you cannot prevent the siltation, what you do is constantly remove the sand that is settling at the bottom of the river.
Okay.
And then there is this excavus bar. That the river Niger is bringing water from the north. It's also bringing a lot of sedimentation.
Yeah.
And this settles right at the mouth of the river that comes to Warri. So all that needs to be constantly desilted, removed. So that is very important. Secondly, we need security on our waterways.
Okay.
Piracy has not been a major problem, really.
In all honesty.
So that can be taken care of. It's an easy thing. But we need peace in Warri.
For that to exist.
We need, not just on our waterways, we need peace in Warri. So there must be an improved harmony
of peace
between the ethnic nationalities in Warri.
Okay.
There must be.
Okay.
Because one of the reasons that Shell gave, which is flimsy, for leaving Warri is because of the tribal conflicts all the time.
Okay.
We need peace in Warri.
Okay.
At all costs.
Okay, now, still talking about what we need. Now, I know His Royal Majesty, the Olofore Ogiame Atuashe III, raised a very important point when the MPA board and management visited his palace as a courtesy visit. Now, His Majesty talked about another major problem, and that is critical gas pipeline that are obstructing larger vessels from berthing. And he also talked about redistribution or deepening the pipeline. Now, how really important is that also? So we do not end up having a major disaster, which Lagos will always laugh about and smile about.
The pipeline was put here by human beings.
Okay.
Either by NNPC or Shell,
or
any other company involved in the gas and oil exploration.
Okay.
To remove it is a child's play. A pipe is what is pipe? Iron. You cut it, weld, take an elbow, dip in it, or you move it out of that place completely. It has been done and it's been done.
If the board is really serious about this, because they can also tell you that it will disrupt the flow of crude, which is our critical assets. They can do this, do that.
When we fly over in at PTI Junction,
was to commence.
Was that NEPA, the high tension line, not moved up? There's no excuse.
Okay.
There is no single excuse for that pipeline to remain there. It shouldn't have been there in the first place. It shouldn't have been there in the first place. But now that it's becoming a problem, move it to another place, or you deepen it.
Just like His Royal Majesty said.
Royal Majesty said.
Okay.
So that's no problem.
Okay, now another major problem, issue, because we're looking at all the contending issues,
yes,
is the issue of employment. That's another major one. And why I talk about employment, we're talking about the fear being expressed that, yes, when it now comes to being, there's every tendency that a certain ethnic nationality will pack their people from maybe the West or whenever, and the indigenes of Delta states will not enjoy the employment. But anyways, the MPA chairman gave the assurance of employing or employment opportunities for qualified Deltans. But how really important is that people of these states should also enjoy the benefit of having the NPA Warri revitalized and bring in use? So we do not run into issues of, yes, no employment.
Mike, let's not make a mountain out of a molehill.
Okay.
There is catchment area.
Okay.
Whether you like it or not, there is a catchment area.
Yes.
And that catchment area means people indigenous to the people, to the place that will seek employment. NPA management itself come under the supervision of federal character commission. Yeah. So at the highest level, there will be quota system covering the entire country. You see, NPA is a national agency, not a state agency. Okay. But basic laborers, like myself those days, go down there and carry cement. Yeah. They will mainly be recruited from within us. There is also service providers.
Okay. Yeah.
Service providers.
That might not be full employees.
Yes. Indirect employment. Yeah. Truck drivers and truck boys. Increase in fuel usage. Hotels. People will come and lodge in hotels. Exporters, importers will come to Warri.
Are you saying a rebate of that place will change the economy of this state?
We change Warri as a whole. Warri will boom. What? BOOM. Boom. I may even move from Agba down to Warri to come and...
Well, anyway, you have to hold on. A bit. Let me start first.
About it. I'm very excited. And I know a lot of persons are excited about it. And when there is reasonably full employment, crime will go down. Yeah. Crime will definitely go down. Nobody sees an offer for peaceful means of employment, of survival. I will go and carry guns. None. So there will be peace in Warri. Nightlife will boom. Because when there is money in a man's pocket, he starts thinking of enjoyment. Are you getting me? Yeah. Those days, the red district in Warri, Ginewa, Okoye, that's where many people lost their virginity. We are talking here. There is nostalgia in the air about going back to the era that NPA was the live wire of Warri. People were enjoying. That was the era of cowhead, cowtail. People were eating well, drinking beer, drinking Gouda. Are you getting? People were enjoying life. That is what is coming back. Okay. And you think we should be dancing? We should be dancing. I wish I'm 25, 50 years younger.
Well, anyways, let the young ones, sister, let them enjoy. But let's look at, you've just talked about the benefit and what it will mean for the people of Warri itself. And let's look at the economy, because I'm also interested in that. Let's first look at the economy, or the financial returns that will come, not just to the Delta State government, but also to Nigeria as a whole. Now, we do know that during that 4 days working visit, they also paid a visit to the chairman of NPA here in Warri, and he talked about, yes, undermining is not being used. There will see funds being revenue that will now normally be generated.
That is true.
Yes. Now, let's look at what it means for countries like locked land countries, like Chad, Niger, that we now having this inroad, because Delta will be more like reaching the inroad faster than what Lagos will be doing. Mm-hmm. Now, let's look at what gain will come to Nigeria as a whole if, and I repeat, if the tariff is also reasonable. Because one of the reasons many persons talk about preferring to go to Togo, Benin, is a very expensive tariff that is being pushed by the NPA in Apapa Port. So let's look at the benefits as a whole that will be accruable to Nigeria if the revitalization really comes into swing.
You see, when trading between countries.
Yes.
There is the international law. There are laws regulating it.
Yeah, most certainly.
Donald Trump has been using tariff
as a means of fighting.
As a weapon. He has weaponized trade.
Tariff, yeah.
Nigerian relationship with the neighbors must be good, which is not within the control of Delta State government or the people of Warri.
Yeah, we do know.
There was a time Nigeria was planning to go and invade the Niger Republic. That doesn't all go well for trade.
We've even had our borders locked for many months.
Yes. And just a few days ago, we raided Republic of Benin because of the coup.
Will you call it raided because it was legal?
Well,
they
it depends on how. Yes, it's good. We must have a friendly relationship with our neighbors. And a military government in Benin, our border, our boys in uniform may also be starting to have ideas. Yeah. So it's good. Are you get what I'm saying? The important thing is that Nigeria must maintain a cordial relationship with its neighbors. And Nigeria must hold its sacrosanct that once agreement is signed and it's abided by. It's abided with.
Okay.
You don't sign an agreement today, then you change it tomorrow. No. So then our transportation. Because our transportation is an issue. If you are moving cargo from Warri to Niger Republic, to Chad Republic and all that, you need a very efficient system of transportation. And as far as haulage is concerned, railway is the cheapest and most efficient.
So there will be a need to develop all of that?
There will be a need to develop all of that, indeed. I think Delta State government should start looking at extending the rail line from Ujewu down to Warri to the port.
Okay.
And extending the rail line around Agbo and diverting it to Onitsha. Okay. This is where Delta State government should be in collaboration with Anambra government, Abia government, because they are Easterners, the Igbos, are the biggest merchants in Nigeria. Okay. Like it or not, that is the truth of the matter. Okay. Because 60% of the goods landing in Apapa go to southeast and south-south. Okay. So we must maintain a good road network, preferably rail network, because rails are cheaper to build and cheaper to maintain. They don't suffer the wear that roads suffer. And they carry load. The load that a haulage train will carry, 100 trailers may not carry it. Are you getting it? So I would recommend that we should start looking at building a tunnel from Ujewu tunnel. Because if you are going to build a bridge so high across the river, let's create a tunnel from Ujewu down to the MPA. It will create good road, another access road, besides Udu Bridge to Warri. That road, that tunnel should comprise railway and road. Okay. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
And that will help a lot. That will make it impossible for any subsequent government, federal government, to remove the port activities from Warri. Because when you look at the investment the state government has put in, you will be reluctant. You'll be reluctant. Particularly now that we are in democracy and you want our votes. You come down here and you decongest us, you remove our port, you remove everything, we won't vote for you. So let state government start thinking of building a tunnel under the Warri River into MPA to make easy transportation of goods arriving in Warri to go into the various places where the goods are to be sold or whatever. Secondly, goods coming to a port depends on the owner of the good. Okay. If, for instance, I'm importing from China I would designate the port I want my goods to come to.
Yes, of course.
An MPA port, a port, a seaport is no different from a park, a motor park. It's a park for ships.
Yes.
To come and discharge their load and passengers and carry loads and carry passengers.
And go away.
And go away. That's what a port is. That's what it does. There are basic infrastructure that are needed. The Warri port could spawn a lot of businesses. We can have bonded warehouses outside the port.
Okay.
What we mean by bonded warehouses? Places where goods that have been cleared can be stored.
Yeah.
They are by extension part of the MPA, but they are privately owned. And custom recognizes them as such.
Yeah.
That's good business, big business.
Yeah. For Deltans.
For Deltans. So, as I said, services. I remember I said services. There are services that will be rendered that will boost the economy in Delta State. That will boost the economy of Warri. So, Delta State government should, and I know Sheriff is thinking about that, because our governor is very smart. Very smart. Forget about he being my boss. He is very smart. I know he's looking at that seriously. That when these people come, we must grab them and grab them for good. If needed, we will weld them with us. We will weld them into a carton, into a crate with us.
Well, I wonder what machine will be used for that. But anyway. Well,
so that is that. If Delta State government goes into building additional infrastructure to facilitate movement of goods, that will help a lot to boost the economy. Hotels will be patronized.
yeah.
Nightlife will pick up. And when the economy is booming in the city, a university comes in.
Yeah.
You say, what are you investing? There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
What are you investing? The sky.
The ripple effect.
Yeah, the ripple effect. The sky is my limit.
Okay. Well, anyways, as much as you're really excited about the coming of the Warri Port, which has already commenced, many Nigerians are also looking at another major angle, and the angle is a need for more security, especially because you do know that when business thrives, also security is top-notch, should be top-notch. And we do know the Delta State government recently in October launched the Security Trust Fund, and which many Deltans are excited. But how also really important is this administration in Delta State to also increase the level of security that seems to be, to indeed also make those that will be using the port feel a bit more safe, bringing their cargoes and bringing their goods here.
We have seen in Delta State a considerable reduction in crime.
Most certainly.
We are seeing it. I think whatever the Delta State government is doing in that direction should do more.
Okay.
I think that solves that. Okay. Well, that answers that question.
Okay. Well, anyways, I would have had more to talk, but time is never.
It's already one.
We've already been talking for close to an hour now, and I would not really want to go.
Do you have a different clock in this place?
No, it is a normal clock. And no, but you know, when you are really having such constructive discussion, time truly flies, and that's the reason we always enjoy bringing someone like you to give us an insight and in-depth analysis of the issues. And on that note, we really need to thank you so much. And I'm talking of no other person but Chief Warri Magege for, well, coming to give us your early life as it concerns the MPA. Well, it's something intriguing that we've learned, but also giving us an in-depth analysis of the gains that will be accruable to Delta State. And also, that will be also in every way will translate to Nigeria itself and indeed bring about the needed growth and change that we truly need and are looking for. I really want to thank you so much, Chief Warri Magege. And as always, Oliver Twist will always ask for more. So I'm
always ready
to also bring you to also help us talk about major issues confronting the state and the country. Thank you so much for
Well, I'm always ready. I'm always ready.
Well, thank you so much. Well, for me, it's more like a wrap on the show today. Yeah, we talked about the decongestion of the Apapa Port Island, or how many will call it, the port that seems to be the Ijorodo or Ijara port, as they call it. Ijora port. And not just only the decongestion of that port, but also the revitalization of the Warri port, what it will mean for Deltans, and why we, as a people, should also clamor that already the move being pushed by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to revitalize the port seems to be. And the need for peace to always exist in Delta State, so at least more development should come to this very great land, the big heart, as it's being called. Well, I will also implore you to drop your comments as it concerns this lovely discussion. Our social media platform will soon be on your screen, so you can drop your comments. Yes, it's there already. Tell us what you feel the government needs to do, especially as it concerns the revitalization of the port, and why it will be beneficial to Deltans in the long run if this very port comes to be. And the activities, not just only in Warri, but Koko also seem to pick up. What gains will definitely be to us. All of those comments we'll like to get, and be more rest assured, I'll be reading them as they come. And we'll use this opportunity to always appreciate the lovely words and reactions you always do, especially on our different social media platform. When we post them, it is always enjoyable. We read them and we'll say, well, we'll always love to do more to indeed make you enjoy your time with us. But for me, Michael Gobadia, is more of a wrap. Remember, the news will come around the hour, and most certainly, things will be trending later, because Messi is having a whole lot you like for you guys to enjoy when it comes to trending. But for me, God willing, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.